Have you ever felt the pain of rejection? Have you ever felt ignored, overlooked, or treated as if you didn't matter? Exclusion is one of the most powerful emotional triggers we experience. It hurts, wounds the ego, and makes us question our worth. But what if I told you that rejection is one of the most powerful tools for your growth? The Stoics had a completely different view of rejection. For them, it was not something to fear but something to understand and use as a stepping stone to success. Seneca said, "Nothing is more unfortunate than a man who has never faced adversity. He has never been tested." Now think about it. What if rejection wasn't a sign of failure, but a test? A challenge to make you stronger, more independent, and wiser? In this video, you'll learn how the Stoics saw exclusion as a strategic advantage, and how you can do the same. Instead of complaining, feeling inferior, or giving up, you'll learn to turn every rejection into fuel for your growth. Because here's the truth. Those who learn to use rejection to their advantage become unshakable. Rejection only has power over you if you allow it. Most people believe that rejection defines them, that being excluded means they are inferior, that the opinions of others determine their worth. But the Stoics saw it differently. For them, nothing external has power over us unless we allow it to. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, knew exactly what it meant to be rejected. He was born enslaved, without freedom, without rights, without status. To society he was nothing. But instead of complaining or letting this define his fate, he focused on what truly mattered: his mind. That's how he became one of the most respected Stoic teachers in history. How did he do it? By applying a fundamental principle, the dichotomy of control. The Stoics understood that some things are within our control and others are not. Rejection belongs to that second category. You cannot control whether someone likes or accepts you, but you can control how you respond to it. When you accept this truth, exclusion loses its power over you. So if someone rejects or excludes you, ask yourself, is this within my control, or am I wasting energy fighting something I can't change? The answer to this question will set you free. True freedom is feeling nothing in the face of rejection. Imagine someone completely ignores you. You try to start a conversation but they look right through you, or worse, treat you as if you're invisible. How does that feel? Anger? Sadness? A sense of inferiority? Now, what if I told you that real freedom comes from feeling nothing at all? The Stoics called this ataraxia, a state of emotional imperturbability. A state where rejection becomes neutral, just another event that happens with no power to shake your inner balance. Most people associate exclusion with personal failure. They believe that to be happy they must be accepted, admired, and recognized. But what happens when that approval never comes? They become prisoners of external validation. Epictetus taught a powerful truth. If someone despises you, their opinion belongs to them, not to you. So how can you apply this in practice? Try this Stoic exercise. Keycap 1. Visualize yourself being rejected. In a social situation, a group of friends, or at work. Keycap 2. Now detach from it. Observe it as an outsider with no emotion attached. Keycap 3. Ask yourself, what does this actually change in my life? When you realize the answer is nothing, you become free. Exclusion is an opportunity, not a punishment. Exclusion feels like a punishment. But what if, instead, it was an opportunity? Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, spent much of his life surrounded by people who didn't understand him. Even as the most powerful man in Rome, he was often isolated because of his ideas and beliefs. He could have become resentful. But instead he used solitude to strengthen his mind. Small blue diamond. While others chased approval and status, he wrote, reflected, and became wiser. Small blue diamond. This is how one of history's greatest books was born. Meditations? Now look at your own life. What do you do when you feel excluded? Small blue diamond. Do you complain? Small blue diamond. Do you feel inferior? Small blue diamond. Or do you use this time to grow? The Stoic secret: transform solitude into self-sufficiency. Not as a punishment but as a tool. Here's an exercise to help you do that. Memo: create a self-sufficiency journal. Write down. Small blue diamond. What makes you grow? Small blue diamond. What gives you joy? Small blue diamond. What skills can you develop on your own? When you realize you don't need external approval to evolve, solitude stops being a problem. It becomes a gift. The ultimate Stoic revenge: turning rejection into strength. Most people see rejection as an ending. The Stoics saw it as a beginning. There's a concept we can call the Great Stoic Revenge. And no, it's not about hatred or resentment. It's about using rejection as fuel to become so strong, competent, and unshakable that, in the end, exclusion becomes irrelevant. Think of some of history's greatest figures. Small blue diamond. Albert Einstein was rejected by teachers who believed he would never succeed in science. Small blue diamond. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Small blue diamond. Epictetus was enslaved and had no rights, yet became one of history's greatest philosophers. Rejection did not destroy them. It made them stronger. Now think about your own life. When someone rejects you, you have two choices. Keycap 1, feel inferior, doubt yourself, and accept it. Keycap 2, use it as fuel to grow and prove to yourself that you never needed their validation. A Stoic exercise to redefine rejection in your life. Memo: write down a moment of rejection that impacted you. Small blue diamond. Now, instead of complaining, ask yourself, how is this actually a hidden gift? What is this teaching me about my strength and resilience? What can I build because of this rejection? Because the truth is, the world rejects those who haven't yet discovered their own greatness. Final thought: the power of not reacting. When we face rejection, our first reaction is emotional. Anger, frustration, or the need to prove something. But the most powerful response to exclusion is not fighting back. It's not reacting at all. The Stoics knew that true power is not in responding, but in choosing how to respond. So, next time someone ignores, criticizes, or excludes you, ask yourself, small blue diamond, does this define who I am, or does it simply reveal who they are? Because in the end, the real power is not in changing how people treat you. It's in changing how much you let it affect you. And here's the secret: repetition weakens rejection's impact. If you've been rejected once, it hurts. If you've been rejected 10, 20, 50 times, what happens? You get used to it. You learn. You grow. Because in the end, rejection itself doesn't weaken you, it's how you choose to perceive it. Being ignored stings. But what if, instead, it was a gift? Most people see rejection as proof of failure. But the truth is, exclusion is often life pushing you toward where you truly belong. Think about this. How many times have you insisted on staying in a place, a relationship, or a group that didn't value you? The Stoics teach us that if something leaves our path, it was never meant to be there in the first place. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that instead of seeing rejection as a block, you can start seeing it as a redirection. Small blue diamond, maybe that job you lost was keeping you stuck in something smaller than what you were meant to achieve. Small blue diamond, maybe that friendship that faded was stopping you from growing. Small blue diamond, maybe that opportunity that never came was actually protecting you from something that wasn't for you. The question is, you can either mourn exclusion or you can see it as a course correction. A practical Stoic exercise. Think about the last time you were ignored or rejected. Now try answering this question. Small blue diamond, what did this rejection open up in my life? Because the answer might surprise you. What felt like a loss might have actually been your greatest liberation. Why do we care so much about what others think? From a young age, we are taught that being accepted is essential. That we need to fit in, please others, and meet expectations. But the Stoics saw it differently. The more you seek approval, the more of a prisoner you become. The problem with craving acceptance at any cost is that it puts you at the mercy of others. Small blue diamond, you stop acting based on what you believe. Small blue diamond, you start acting based on what you think will please others. Small blue diamond, and when their approval doesn't come, frustration is inevitable. Seneca said, "If you live for other people's opinions, you will always be their prisoner." Now, imagine for a moment what your life would be like if other people's opinions had no power over you. Small blue diamond, if you did what you truly wanted, without fear of criticism or rejection. Small blue diamond, if your happiness wasn't tied to external approval. Small blue diamond, if you lived by your own values, not by the expectations of others. This is what the Stoics called emotional freedom, a state where your happiness is independent of external validation. A practical Stoic exercise. Memo: take a piece of paper and write down 3 situations where you seek unnecessary validation. Could be small blue diamond on social media, small blue diamond at work, small blue diamond in a relationship. Now ask yourself, small blue diamond, why does this matter to me? Small blue diamond, what would change if I stopped caring about it? The answer may be liberating. Because in the end, the only approval that truly matters is your own. What if rejection could no longer affect you? Imagine for a moment that starting today, no rejection could shake you. Small blue diamond, no criticism, no exclusion, no negative opinion could destabilize you. Small blue diamond, nothing external could interfere with your inner peace. How would that change your life? The Stoics teach us that true strength comes from the mind. Small blue diamond, the more you train your ability to remain unshaken, the less vulnerable you become to emotional triggers. Small blue diamond, and one of the most powerful tools for this is Memento Mori, the reminder that, in the end, everything passes. Think about it. In 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Will the opinion of those who rejected you still matter? What feels overwhelming today will be irrelevant tomorrow. So why give so much power to something so temporary? A Stoic challenge for you. Try going an entire day without seeking external validation. Small blue diamond, don't ask for approval for your decisions. Small blue diamond, don't care about likes, comments, or recognition. Small blue diamond, observe how often you worry about what others think. At the end of the day, write down what you felt. Small blue diamond, was it liberating? Small blue diamond, was it difficult? Small blue diamond, what did you realize? Because in the end, the only validation that matters is the one that comes from within. Rejection, a prison or a portal to freedom? The answer depends on you. In this video, we explored how the Stoics saw exclusion not as a problem, but as a tool for growth. Small blue diamond, we learned that nothing external has power over us unless we allow it to. Small blue diamond, we discovered that strategic indifference protects us from unnecessary suffering. Small blue diamond, we saw that solitude can be a gift, and that rejection can push us toward where we truly belong. Now the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Small blue diamond, will you continue letting exclusion define your worth? Small blue diamond, or will you choose to become emotionally unshakable? Remember this Stoic phrase: rejection only hurts those who give it more power than it deserves. Final Stoic challenge. Which of these strategies will you start applying today? Small blue diamond, will you stop chasing validation? Small blue diamond, will you redefine rejection as redirection? Small blue diamond, will you practice strategic indifference? Comment below and share your experience. Because the more people learn to use rejection as fuel, the stronger we all become, together.